I went through and I started looking at where the teams that are left were ranked in the preseason. And here's the good news, okay? Of the 44 teams that are left, only 4 were unranked.
Ooh.
Not bad, right?
Not bad.
4 out of 44.
Sure.
And 2 of them were in 5A. We'll get to that in a moment.
Okay.
But we thought we'd take a look at the teams that are left that we were the quote-unquote most wrong about. The teams that we had the lowest ranked in the preseason. So we'll start with the 4 teams that were unranked.
Okay.
2 of them are in 5A. Cedar Park Vista Ridge. I think we had an idea that they were going to be pretty good, but we had them picked 4th in their own district in 25-5A.
It's probably a little low in retrospect.
We had them behind Cedar Park. Don't feel bad about that.
No.
And we had them behind Vandegrift. It turns out they're about even with Vandegrift. The fact that they split that.
Easily can justify that ranking.
I think that, yes. I think that Cedar Park Vista Ridge. And then there's Frisco Lone Star as well. Started the year unranked. They have mowed into the 5A Division 2 state semifinals, taking on Lake Dallas. And it's been a breakout year for Lone Star. I think that when you have a young program, it's hard to get a handle on how good they're going to be, but turns out they're going to be pretty good when they have Jason Shelley. Down in 2A D1, we had Lovelady unranked. I can tell you that they were right on the outside of our rankings. Now, that's not an excuse.
No.
But they did begin the year unranked, and here they are taking on Refugio in the 2A Division 1 state championship, or state semifinals, rather.
Yeah.
And then there is a team playing for a state championship this week that we had unranked. Follett.
Ooh.
In 1A Division 2, we had them unranked. Which, hey, swing and a miss. You win some, you lose some. We did have Richland Springs, the team that they are playing, ranked in that one. And then teams that we had ranked pretty low. Another one in 5A, Frisco Lone Stars regional semifinal bunkmate, Lake Dallas.
Okay. All right.
Lake Dallas, we had ranked 39th out of 40. We ranked the top 40 in 5A. We had them ranked 39th. Mansfield, in 6A, we had them ranked 31st. I mean, obviously they are one of at least the top 8 teams in Class 6A right now by playoff results.
For sure.
Austin Westlake, we had in the top 25, but just at number 25. I feel okay about that. I think that Westlake's maybe been better than we thought they would be, and that's good, but I think that we thought that they were going to be pretty good. Same thing goes.
I think it's difficult, too, to judge how Todd Dodge is going to do at this point in the 10 years. Sometimes it takes 2 years, sometimes it takes 3 years to get your plan in place. So I think they're a little ahead of schedule.
I think so. I think you're right. And here they are playing in a state semifinal. Also playing a state semifinal, Galena Park North Shore. 6A, they were number 22 in the preseason. I'll tell you, I know a lot of why that is. And that is because they haven't been able to get it done in the playoffs of late. Lately, their playoff runs have been a little bit not suspect, but they haven't advanced as far as they've been used to doing. And so I think that this was in past years we've had them ranked in the top 10. We kind of held off on them this year. They will of course take on Converse Judson. We're going to talk to Coach Sean McAuliffe here in just a little bit at Converse Judson. Excited to talk to him. Then Mansfield Lake Ridge. We had them ranked in the top 20. They were number 19 in Class 5A, but they've obviously overachieved that, and are looking like a team that could knock off Aledo this coming week. And then in 3A. Now, these are, in the smaller school ranks, we only rank the top 20 because there are fewer teams in each division. So, technically, these could be considered even more egregious underratings than... Underrated. Number in 3A Division 2, we had Idalou number 17, and I have no idea how to justify that. Yeah, that's just a flat-out whiff. That's a flat... We thought it was going to be a down year for Idalou. Guess what? It wasn't. That's just the bottom line of it. They've been great. We thought they wouldn't be as great. Waco La Vega, we had 4A Division 1. We had them number 15. I feel okay about that. I feel like they would say that they were a little underrated, but I think that they've overachieved that a little bit. If they knock off who are they playing this week? They knock out Carthage this week, then all bets are off.
For sure.
They would definitely say that number 15 was too low. And then rounding that out in 3A Division 1, number 15. Mathis is now playing for a regional semifinal as well. They'll take on Cameron Yeo.
I'm trying to look at this between the biggest disparity between the performance and the ranking.
Mm-hmm.
I would go with Lake Ridge.
I would go with Lake Ridge.
Yeah.
I think that you've got a couple options there. I think Lake Ridge is an option. I think that Frisco Lone Star is certainly an option.
Yeah.
I mean, and remember, I would
Yeah.
say that, of the two teams, it is more surprising that Lone Star is there because they had to go through Lancaster. They had to go
Right.
through, I would say, a tougher
Right.
region in 5A Division 2. Other than that,
Yeah, Longview,
Mansfield,
they're a pushover.
Mansfield. I think Mansfield is they probably deserve to be higher than 31. And I'll tell you, next year with Kennedy Brooks coming back, don't get used to 31.
Yeah,
it's going to
31
be
won't happen again.
maybe subtract 25 from that.
Right,
They're going to be
right.
very highly ranked next
Yeah.
year. I would say that those are the teams that have probably overachieved. Maybe Waco La Vega, and maybe Idalou. I think those would be the teams that I would point to that have most overachieved their preseason rankings. So let us know who you think we swung and missed on in Dave Campbell's Texas football. Get involved in the conversation. #DCTF Live.